Quick stream. Quick stream. Digital smoke. Hitting the digital vape. What up, Lita? What up, Zen enthusiasts? What up, Goonin? And the rest of the Zenians and hashheads out there. wherever you're tuning in, whether you're on X or YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. If you've been here for 6 minutes listening to the intro music, just let it play. Please let me know. When X1's live, hey, maybe you'll get a copy of the song. Maybe it'll yield XN. I don't know. How dope would that be, right? Owning something that gets you yield. That was like the original game plan. All right, I think we're ready here. I think we're ready, man. We got the spaceship set up. I got a coffee right here. And I just want to talk real quick. I just want to jab it up. What up, world? This your boy Crypto Bruh. I got the headband on right now. Where's the logo at? We're repping Nike. Oh shit, here we go. Hey. All right. Headband boys. Might go for a run. No, I'm just kidding. But yo, peep this. Now, if you've been following the channel, because we stream like almost every day, 23, we was doing it a whole bunch. Now it's kind of staggering because it's a solo game, bro. Go play the game, make your own journey, figure it out. And yeah, I think you'll be okay at this point. But what I've been saying on the channel that always reflects is that Ethereum is an awkward turtle because it only has 15 transactions per second. Okay, so since it only has 15 transactions per second, gas is very sensitive over there. This gas tracker is going ridiculous right now because people are excited that Bitcoin is breaking out. Again, there's a downtrend here that's been well respected. If you're a bear like your boy Crypto Bruh, you actually want to see this price stay below this trend. And every time it tries to break out, it usually turns around. At least it has the last 3 times. Well, we'll say 4 times. This one's not really real, but you could almost count it in because you want to, right? You want to count this one in because I would say it's failed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Typically, it plays out like this, and this one should also be a failure because the 6th one would be the one where it breaks out. Because you can only play like this is like a game in trading where the bears have control of the chart. The bulls could take over, but all it's doing is pumping the bears' bags. Because there's a bunch of bears, people who hold a position in Bitcoin where they can sell a lot of the coins and bring it on down, and again, I just don't know what is going to be the leading driving force to get Bitcoin up and out of this range of 60,000 as a user. As a trader, there's so much money to be made, and that's why, again, on the weekly here, we're looking at another weekly attempt to get above the downtrend from 73,000, the all-time high Bitcoin. So if you believe you got more data than me, you think, yo, the market's ready, XYZ is about to happen, we're going north right here, then, I hope we continue. But this is kind of, again, like the weird world of crypto. When nobody's around and it's just dust balls and Zinions, you see the chain for what it is. Right. And that's kind of why, again, on this channel and in my philosophy of crypto right now, most of the blockchains are dead. Like none of them are really pushing innovation or really building a world where RWAs and IoTs are a leading force of their specific chain, right? Their specific chain with their relationships will be huge, right? It is not the facts. Closest thing we're going to get to that right now is base chain, and that's a layer 2 of Ethereum, right? Look at Ethi. Look at Ethi. She's coming. She's taking a little seat right here on the 200. Let me take a little sit. So really, it's up to you what you think, man. That's why I'm like, I don't really see narratives that we can run with that are powerful enough to keep money flowing into crypto. Like, people like sports betting, bro. Maybe if like crypto got into sports betting, you know, and that's kind of why, again, it's like everything that could bring crypto further into its popularity right now is not the best shit that we want to be a part of, right? Like, that's why you got Donald Trump dropping his own. I haven't even looked at it yet. Let me see. Let's find it real quick. What's this fool's name? What is it? Donald Trump, my guy. My happy uncle, Donald Trump. America's uncle. I don't know where I heard that from. I think I just heard it in my mind. Gwei Wars. Yeah, Gwei Wars, man. Well, it's like, again, what's happening is a lot of people are trying to use the chain so they can make a move because there's still a lot of bears. And I think they have control of Bitcoin and the overall market right now. Because, again, why would they try to let bulls, or you see what I mean? Why would the bulls let the bears win more? Because they're going to sell anyway. That's like Zen has taught us this. Like, when you have bears and bulls realistically on a chart, especially a decentralized chart like Bitcoin, there's going to be people who are going to wait for all the shit to align before they go all in. And I don't see it happening either. What would have really been nice to see is this Trump thing. What is it called? I forgot. I should have followed it. I think this was just him and the dude. I know they were in the crowd. Darn skibbity deebity boppity whoop. I wish I would have saved it. What's it called? What's this crypto? We'll search it. Trump's crypto project. What up, Koozie Goozie? Nice name. What's up, Triangle Schema? Triangle Schema. How many do you need? How many do you minimal need for XNM? Man, the halving is done. The halving is finito. We are in Epoch 2. And that's kind of why, again, like, I'm feeling it for all markets. I'm happy that we had something to celebrate in Zen World, because the celebrations are very thin depending on what kind of ideology in crypto you're fucking rooting for, right? Like, you could root for the wrong one for too damn long. You miss all the really cool celebrations. And that's why, like, right now, I just don't feel it. Like, a lot of just everything, just, you know, just. So in XNM, it doesn't even really make sense for, you know, for what it is. But we got some stats here. So the halving just happened yesterday. We'll talk about XNM real quick. And essentially, I'm going back in. You know what I'm saying? I fired up the miners again. Let's go ahead. Let's update it. You know, I got some solo ones because it's back now. So you'll see here, I'm getting great hash rate. It's amazing. And fuck, 42 blocks. Yo, where's Aga? Damn, we're showing this live right now, and I just happen to get 42 fucking blocks on the reactivated. So I made a new wallet because I want to see how long it takes me to get up the ladder again in Epoch 2 world. We had Epoch 1. We talked about it. We mined. Got a great position. Top 100 again. But what does the second version look like when you're only getting 5 XNM for every block that you can mine? But what else is pretty funny, again, is this ideology that the people only mine for rewards, bro. Shut the fuck up with that shit in my camp. Because in XENblocks, we got this thing called assault. Not assault like we beat you up, but like it's assault that is tied to every block. And when you hash a XEN block, your 0x EIP55, which is relevant to Ethereum, you know, that old thing over there. You attach it, and as long as you got keys to this EIP55, you got access to all those blocks that you mined. Okay, so regardless to XNM going from 10 to 5, you know, that's a sad sign for everybody who waited to mine starting now. Like, dude, you should have started to, you know, but whatever. Now it's here. This is your time. This is all you got. Got now in the future, bro. You ain't got the past. You can visit it, time travel, and try to investigate. But you had a chance to live it, and now you can be the past by just simply turning on some XENblock miners. And right now, that's why, I can't believe it that it actually has that ideology, because that's just crypto. That's just it. You know, that's kind of how I always come. I think it comes down to it. Like, that's just it. Not everyone is coming with the cyberpunk lens. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's coming with that. There's more people coming with the green candle lens. And this was another journey path division for me. Like, I see it here. Even with this difficulty at 42, I don't know why these 42s are following us. Again, thank God I got another block. So we got off 42. But we still 42 and over here. And if you don't know about 42, go look it up. You know, Satoshi Nakamoto said he only made Bitcoin 21 million coins because 42 million sounded too big. So he cut it in half. And now that's the story on the supply number. So yeah, again, like knowing your history, being part of history, I think is going to be very fun in this future, this Epoch 2. I can't wait for Epoch 3. That's next year. Next year, though, if you wait around, go to me. I'm going to go to me. Next year, if you wait around, there's a really good chart here. Where's this dude's chart at? I like his chart. You guys like my XNM logo I created? It's kind of cool. But one dude posted a really cool one. Oh, this one right here. So yeah, right now is 5 XNM per block. And in 2025, 2026, so like in a year from now, it'll be 2.5 XNM per block. And this is what I'm trying to get. Hopefully you can understand here. There's people like myself and a few others that are fucking hash heads, and we enjoy hashing blocks. And the best part about it, again, our rewards are divided from the block itself. So it doesn't matter. Like, that's on y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, you getting a chance to mine again, because those that are being who are utilizing the chain for greed, they turn down because they think they made enough. I've hit my goal. Like, this shit don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit does not stop, dude. Like, this continues because, again, we have assault. Now we have assault for every block. So we can be blocking forever, which we will be. And again, it's not about the XNM. The XNM is what secures X1 chain. So yeah, you might have, you know, like what I'm trying to tell you right now is this is going to find some sort of balance of chaos. Because why are you hashing for blocks unless you know what I know, which is we have assault. And since we have assault, is going to be an ideology that goes very far into the future, I believe. Right? This is owning the chain. No one can take your block, and no one can jeopardize it because the reward coin got its own life. Like, the halving ain't happened. Woo! Look at the life the XNM had, bro. Somebody turned off half of it. The miners, though, They were at 700, and we hit a peak of 740, I believe, yesterday. So now we've subtracted around 300 miners, and we've gone from 74,000 difficulty down to a 42, so around 30,000 worth of compute bandwidth adjusted on the chain, in a sense, right? It's still that's why I'm like, yo, you think of it as like you're in a, like, again, you're in a pool and somebody jumped in and they were sucking up all of the bandwidth in the pool, and you were squeezed against the wall essentially if you didn't have a lot of bandwidth. That motherfucker just got up and walked out. They're out of here. And now, like, everyone just sitting in the pool, we're like going back to this theory where you can mine for like 3 cents and actually get blocks again. So it also brings back the CPU conversation where it's like, okay, cool. If we do experience these ideology wars where every 6 months these greedy warriors show up and they jump into the fucking pool and they pump the difficulty against you because they're mining XNM. That's their goal, right? Their goal is going to be, I got to get as much as I can because every year it's going down. And then they're going to go and sell the XNM and do all this other shit with it. You can be part of it too. That's why it's like, yo, mine away, because I honestly think that narrative is going to be very popular amongst a lot of people. And the market creation on the narrative is going to be nutty. And it's going to be really, really hard to get to Epoch 1 vibes where everyone was just there hashing because they wanted the blocks, right? And you just don't understand it yet. But that's the most important thing, is the XENblocks. All right. And yeah, the halving has happened. I think it's super lit that, like, it's still so hard to understand. And again, it's like it's like, all right, let's go back to the past, right? It's like, here we are in Ethereum, 26 Gwei, because Bitcoin pumped a little bit. Like, oh my goodness, man. This market is so fucking boring. Prime miner is tight. What up, Cray Crypto? Yeah, difficulty is at 42,000. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. I decided to go ahead and make a new wallet. Damn, this thing is jumping. See, this is another piece of the dopamine that I think we haven't explored yet. Like, you maybe want to try this out just so you can feel it too. Like, get a brand new wallet, go and change up your miner. Why not, right? And then just watch yourself climb the ranks again. Like, who doesn't like that experience in crypto? Like, the king of the hill game, even if you're down in the 10,000s. Like, imagine this rank concept on XENblocks when some people are starting like at like 100,000 or like 1 million. Like, imagine coming into XENblocks after 1 million wallets and you're number 1,000,001 or whatever, and now you got to climb the ladder. Like, I'm thinking of like how many times this is an infinite feeling. It's just like starting a Bitcoin. But again, that's why I can see where people want to take it already. They want to make it about the XNM. Even shit, fuck, I want to make it about the XNM. Because I know that's going to be the most expensive shit out here. You're still early. You can get it this whole year for 5 and not even worry about X1 coming out. The longer X1 doesn't come out, the more confusion on the what the fuck is XNM. The more blocks for you. Now you're really Satoshi when you're fucking with XENblocks. Satoshi mined most of the coins. And then everybody that was around knew. And then they didn't really spread the knowledge. And then when it hit GPU, it moved so quickly into ASIC that I think a lot of a lot of it was lost. The original idea of like, we're just mining Bitcoin, and I'm gonna hold on to it, right? So I am at this point in my crypto career, bro, where I'm like, yo, I honestly think we're in a news era, and we needed something like XENblocks to bring everyone back together in a sense, because the reward coin can live its own life and have a market cap. And now because of Bitcoin having inscriptions like in Taproot, we understand that like JSON might be like the levy or whatever to like blocks. Right? And there's not a lot of block chains. There's not a lot of block chains. Like there's a lot of people trying to figure it the fuck out. Even Caspa is doing proof of work with a DAG consensus. Like the blocks aren't even real. There's ledger shit, you know. They're real, but it's not like I'm talking about XENblocks. XENblocks is all day. You would almost think it's physical at this point if you've been mining it. Like you own a ton of blocks. Your blocks just keep going up, right? Like this would be the hardest thing to comprehend is this ideology that you are still getting regular blocks and that it does not get impacted by the halving. Only thing impacted is Xenium. So as long as you're mining, you're still getting Zunies, you're still getting regular blocks, and you're still getting supers, which is 1,000 times harder to find than a regular block. Right? So super blocks are pretty nutty in their own sense. Even Zunies are pretty interesting because in the Zuni world, it's actually going to be less Zunies than XNM. And then like eventually they'll cross and Zunies will be more than XNM. Right? See, like right now Zunies are there's only 45 million Zuni blocks. But in XNM, there's damn, we need a chart now for the XNM. Cause I have to think in my brain. Yeah, that this will all come through because it's just day 2 or whatever of it all. But eventually they'll probably separate it again, and then that's when you're really late. Like when we really separate it, you're late. Okay, so this is the free fucking Sigma Alpha, right? This is the off the dome happening right now because I really want to understand it myself. So I'm just free forming. That's why I'm just like this is gonna be a short stream. But yeah, XENblocks post-halving. It's going really, really well, and I'm excited to again analyze this ideology from a hashing perspective and not from a reward perspective, because the rewards is all that's affected, and that it doesn't matter because I mined Epoch 1 to have a ton of rewards anyways. So the rewards aren't the game for an Epoch 1 miner. Take that shit with you very far, because that's how they're going to spin it and get everyone really, really far away from it. I think there's so much opportunity in infra. Because like imagine like what I was saying to myself. Here's some free more alpha. Here's some XENblocks weirdness. Like I'm looking at like all of these things here, and like most of them are like in Spain, and I got to rent it through Vast and stuff. So like it brings this idea to me. It's like, yo, if the world piles in the XNM and I'm an Epoch 1 miner, why wouldn't I go to Spain or go around the world and just try to get as many GPUs under my personal possession so no one else can get them? And then that shit would shit on the cloud. And I could see that happening to the cloud users. And then it's really hard to get XNM. Like right now, it's like whatever, because you could just like, again, you can just spin up a bunch of GPUs because people are giving them away. Like they don't know what to do with them. They're not building a blockchain. They're not the AI models. You only need GPUs for like 15 seconds, bro. And they're trying to compress that down in its own instance, so people don't even do it idly. So that's why, again, it's like there's a lot of moving pieces here that it's going at the speed of light. But the one thing you can grab is a fucking block. So you better grab it. If Kadena If Kadena almost touched 40 billion in its first cycle, imagine XNM's Hunger Games in 2025. Well, that's where I look at fuck Trump's. I'm not gonna talk about Trump's crypto. This sucks. What is it? Caspa or hash speeds P.o.W. crypto. Let's look at this real fast. Some hash speeds. What up, Rolando? I thought you were gonna be absent today. I did too. And then I had this thought in my head where I was just like, yo, hold up. There's a possibility here that we're looking at this the wrong way. And I'm glad I just said what I said, because this helps me put it into perspective. Sometimes streaming for me, like I'm just kind of, I used to be like a rapper, right? And when I used to rap and shit, my best raps would come when I was freestyling. And I do believe like in the synchronization or being in harmony. And I feel like that's what live does. When people are live, they're usually at their best. So I prefer to go live and then stream, do like a stream of consciousness. And most of the time, that's why it's like a 2-hour talk. And some people tell me, shut the fuck up. Because, yo, bro, you're telling all the secrets. Because you're just streaming. You're conscious. I would say that's AI. Or that's what we used to say was AI, was a stream of conscious. Before we had the transformer to physically be like, oh, shit, nah. You can program AI. AI is programmable. Stream of consciousness is actually super quantum. We don't actually know what the fuck that is. We don't know what this is. We thought we knew. We don't know shit, Right back at it, right? But yeah, the top 100 POW coins. Like, this is where I believe XNM is getting ready to make its appearance. So I'm doing a lot of study here. And that's why, again, you can even ask all the GPTs. Argon 2 is going to pop off the hardest. But this is where I believe people didn't want to do Argon 2 because the algorithm itself is just memory hard. It doesn't provide competition unless there's a necessary need for it, right? So in XENblocks, the 4200 difficulty, we're all mining Argon 2. Like, we're all mining XEN 11 from one portal that's, spinning up, many strings. And, if you happen to land a XEN 11, right, it's going to get your address, and you're going to be rewarded 5 XNM for finding that block and brute forcing it into existence because you joined the difficulty pool. That's all it is, right? And I think a lot of people don't want to use Argon 2 because as people participate, it fucks you up if you're a whale, like, because there's no reason really to do it unless there's value. That's how mining has always been, right? But I don't believe Satoshi created Bitcoin, or here's a guy that no one talks about. I don't think Adam Back made Hashcash with the intent of saying we're gonna need CPU resources, so we got to make sure we budget it into our fucking code. Like, I don't think anyone had that perspective when they started to create the blockchain. Every project seems to be very honest and about, like, down for the game. Very cyberpunk again. Very cyberpunk. Down for the game. Loss is a loss, but the tech is the win, right? So that's why, I don't think people choose Argon 2 because the tech is the win, and you want to make money, okay? You don't want the tech to win. We don't know what the fuck that means, right? We had Bitcoin. That's the tech that's supposed to win. And then Ethereum, and it's proof of stake now. And it's supposed to win. That's how I feel about the crypto markets. And now they're like, oh, and now Solana's supposed to win. It's just going to win. Like, don't do any research. Shut up, guys. Here's some doggy coins and some fucking bullshit. Pay attention to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, Trump's dropping a coin. Yo, to pay attention to this shit. Like, it's in the faces now. Like, if you're not really out here for it all. That this is why they probably didn't choose Argon too. We can see you. So you'll see, again, a lot of these. Let's look at Caspa's algorithm. It is K heavy. Do I get an explanation of what K heavy is on this? I guess I don't. Oh, shit told me. That'd be sexy. Jesus. So many Caspa coins. See, that's another thing that Zen ecosystem has divided from the quorum of the message. So in Zen Eco or X1 Eco, and inflation is in Zen. Like if you want to comprehend inflation, like go to a Zen chain and you'll fuck around and find out, right? All these other chains are building rewards, inflation, and blocks all in the one hash. And they're all expecting people to be okay with that. Yeah, I should have just, it makes no sense to me. The only one that makes sense is Bitcoin Cash, because they are basically mining Bitcoins and Bitcoin Cash at the same time. Yeah, the block wars birthed these two. The same with Bitcoin SV. That's why it's still here, even though it doesn't need to be here. Same with Zcash, man. Zcash still around. Damn, crazy. Doge is infinite. 6% left of Bitcoin we're hashing. 14% of Caspa. If you go and hash Caspa, there's 14% left. See, this is what's gonna be mad funny, man. People are gonna come and see like these like original things in XN and XNM. They'll see a market cap. They'll see a price. They'll see a hash rate. They'll see a remaining supply, and then they'll think we're just like them. They'll be like, "Oh shit, they're just like me. I can mine this." Right? And what they don't know is that there's an infinite supply of blocks. There will always be people mining blocks, dog. Because you could be hyper stuck on this XNM shit. Like that's like the vibe, right? Which it is. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just keeping you up to date on like how the perception of this could be shaken up to really see who's down. Because that's necessary in the cyberpunk community, in my opinion. You got to see who's down, who's really understanding it. Or are they just here because they heard about XNM? Now, Epoch 2. Epoch 2, motherfuckers, I'm talking to y'all. Because, yeah, this is your world now. Like, I don't give a fuck. I mined all my blocks, bro. And I'm going to keep mining my blocks. And I'll keep getting the reward. And this is for me. The happening is so that I know y'all getting less coins. So y'all going to be fighting over hash power. So as somebody who's blocking or mining XENblocks, I basically get to know there's going to be users on this network. And there could potentially be other things that happen because it's such a physical network inside of the X1 ecosystem. Like some people might just look at XENblocks for the really big value things because XNM or XN and X1 is just about speed, going fast, you know, pushing blockchain to new levels. And then XENblocks is kind of like your classic, you know, your classic Lamborghini, the 1991 Lambo, yo. So what this one is. And it's designed this way to make sure that it has that integrity for people who understand from the classic world how immutable this side of the contract is, in a sense. Like nothing gets more immutable than fucking XENblocks. Like for real. You own each block. Once we get into trading the blocks, that's why I'm saying one day I could see blocks being tradable. And then now it's like, oh shit, my blocks became supply. Like I was just mining those. I didn't know that was supply. And then now you've got, again, it clicks, click. Oh shit, maybe I need to mine just for blocks because XNM is going down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's year It's year whatever. Like it's one, like it's clicking now. Everyone's getting it. Like, oh, why is there still people mining this shit in 2027? And then it's like, oh, they're mining for the blocks because there's people working on making it a blockchain. I was like, oh shit, I need to mine for the blocks. And now you just, it's just gonna get crazier and crazier. What up, Earn It? Shout out to Earn It in the chat. Earn It, yo, you're the one, bro. You're the one. So, looking back at Zen World, have y'all seen solXEN? Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? Seen it? Oh. Everyone's looking for it. They can't find it. Shout out to Zen Artists for finally providing me with the link so I can see it. And I'm seeing it, man. So right now it's like doing some weird stuff. But solXEN is jumping. It's jumping, okay? I don't know what's going on. What I think it is the low liquidity on the DEX, because not a lot of people probably know yet that they can like go and sell their solXEN. And I'm sure like nobody wants to tell anybody right now because if you know type shit. So let's make sure you know. We'll make sure you know if you're watching the Crypto Bro channel. Pumpy. Yeah, man. Oh wow, damn, look at gas is pumpy. So everyone's just trying to take the ball right now. That's what I mean, bro. Just gonna mind my blocks and mind my business. And then one day it's all gonna click and I'm gonna be like, oh, see? Look at you. All you motherfuckers is around here. So right now we are at the AMP is at 82. The AMP has a halving in 2 hours, so it's gonna go down to 81. So this is letting you know, you only got so much time. So right now the AMP is gonna go to 0 in about a month. And when there's no more AMP, there's no more solXEN. So right now there's 53 billion solXEN. God damn, man. See, like this shit is so fire. Like I was thinking about starting to mine again. I'm so late on it though. So we're not gonna say anything. That's why no one's saying anything. But because I got mine. I mined when this was above, when the AMP was above 200. Because it started at 300? Maybe it was 400. I forgot what it started at. We got to rewind time to figure it out. But like, I mined before it got to the halfway point. Yeah, it was 300 because the halfway was 150. So and I mined till it was from 300 to 200 because the AMP is part of the equation. So when you find 420 in the algorithm, it adds the AMP to the equation. And that's why you wanted to mine earlier, because the AMP now is at 82. So you have to mine harder with more SOL to gain a lot of solXEN. Again, this was XNM on Solana. Instead of taking the original Zen world, which is heavily influenced by gas and network physics, right? That's what Jack had told me when I had first talked to him about like why the gas. He told me because it's the physics of Ethereum that is very random. Like gas goes up and down. So like tying Ethereum and Zen together would be in the form of gas more than it would be any other action of the physics of Ethereum. And that's what makes it, again, like a side-by-side coin. It makes it so fair and so pure from the EVM because, again, it's connected to the gas. And the gas is the only resistance. And then the other resistance, of course, is human behavior. But, you know, if humans want to hodl and there's an X1 chain where people can burn the Zen, hey, maybe, you know, maybe it does something amazing. But in solXEN, it doesn't have that. Solana itself has, here we go to the Git book because they show it perfectly here. So Solana itself is like a computer processor. And what Solana does is it works with this thing called a scheduler. And when you import information into a Solana block or a Solana like main call, like I'm like in like a fucking Ethereum, you're gonna press enter, you're gonna send a contract call, and you're gonna get data on the other side. So they got the same thing on Solana, but it has 4 lanes, 4 threads. In Ethereum, it only has 1 thread. That's why it bottlenecks, and you have to pay to enter the thread at high prices, right? Like right now, gas is at 33 goin because there's 1 fucking lane, and if you want to get in there, it costs $33 toll fee, right? But in Solana, they got 4, which makes Solana cheaper because they can pass a lot of data between each one and it can oscillate. But that's why sometimes Solana crashes, because this is still not the future of maybe how we, answer this issue. And of course, again, we have Jack Levin. He's diving in on it too, because it's an amazing approach. So amazing that it might be the best way. Like, that's how I'm sold on it too. I think it is the best way as well to introduce RWAs and IoTs. And then we get like this next thing that we're all working on, which is RPC, my dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, it shit is getting nuts. I have to keep saying it's getting nuts. But again, solXEN is using all these threads. And as you run the script, it's trying to find 420. Or it finds 42069. So 42069 gives you a 250 point boost on the solXEN, right? So you get the hash, right? Because you got it. 42069 times the amp, which right now, darn it, it went away. Which right now is 82, right? You get the 82, and then that is what creates how much solXEN you get. So we've already entered the phase of solXEN where people can't brute force it unless they start to fuck up Solana. So what's funny is it's like, yo, since no one knows where to sell it, the chart is actually kind of going nuts because like no one's trying to sell it right now because again, it's just the Xenians, the one of the best holders in the game. And those that are selling, they're probably discovering this chart and like, oh my God, I need to sell this shit. But I put over like $400 into my solXEN minting. So there is no way I'm not selling till this shit is 400 some shit. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? Fuck y'all, man. I need to get my money back. But yeah, I could see this getting some hyper attention by Jack and the team now. Because who wouldn't want to get into the mining now that the amp is so low and so tasty? Within a month, too, how about this? You got 16 days to figure out solXEN. Because in 16 days, it hits a month. And everyone's going to be like, yo, 1 month left before solXEN's wrapped up. Before you can't mine anymore. What? What's this? 1 month of what? What? Why didn't I know about this before? I don't know. Like Lita said, Pumpy. Shout out to Ernest. He popped in and he made me he reminded me to talk about this. Oh my God. And then after this happens, just imagine Prime Miner just entering Solana realm. Dude, I have so much fun on Prime Miner. What I love right now on Prime Miner, my favorite feature is the mining progress. And it shows you like how much you've spent versus how much you've won. I want y'all just to pay attention to that. How much you spent versus how much you've won. Actually, here, we're going to restart. Oh, damn it. I found the prime too late. I was going to restart it so you could see. Now I need my battery to charge up so it like gives me good points. But, yeah, we'll wait a second. But, yeah, so this is actually, in my opinion, crazy alpha. Shout out to those that are here right now because you're about to hear it right now. Shout out to you if you're coming in late. Hey, man, hit that like button if you feel this shit is a vibe. But when you start this project, you start with a point balance. So when you're mining prime numbers, it's coming from the point balance. And then what happens is over time, you win points. Very simple shit. Because why else am I here? So how do I get points? You buy them, right? You buy points. One in this world, one Solana or X Sol or XN or whatever gets you 1,000 points. When you get 1,000 points, your Solana goes to a yielding pool, right? And in the moment in time, once you enter, well, it goes into the piece of it goes into the treasury. Okay, some into the treasury, some into the yielding pool, because then that way you can start mining and try to get some of your Sol or your your XN or whatever the fuck this X Sol. You could try to get some of it back, right? And then as others are joining the prime mining game, they're also filling up the treasury. So like right now, nobody's doing it. But if there was 5 people playing this game right now, filling up the treasury, this would be rocking with Solana. I've already seen it multiple times, man. Sometimes it'd be, if you really play in this game, see like right here, I got rewarded 0.47 X Sol. Right here, let's look. This one might, nah, I guess not. It's not been rocking lately. They limited the faucet, so now you don't see people really bumping it with like X Sol. But damn, I'm finding primes like crazy. So you see right here, voila, more points. But this treasury thing is key, because if everyone's entering in and they're putting the XN or the Solana into the yield pool, and they can win the treasury, right? This might cause like some sort of FOMO, in my opinion, because we'll have people always prime mining for the pool. So every time you spin and you don't mine, it costs 10 points, right? So those 10 points go into this jackpot pool. That's why this jackpot pool is like fluctuating, because there is a lot of people mining, right? Actually, I got this cool site called Prime Rain. Damn, I'm so happy I could talk about this now. I had no clue what the fuck this shit was a few months ago. I couldn't really talk about it. Like how right now it's a stream of thought. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that we're here. But these are all the people that are playing right now. These are all the winners of primes. They also have a stat site, I believe. He hasn't put it. Oh, right here, stats. So this is a stat site as well. Shout out Steven, the Zenmon dev. He cooking OD. But this is the stat site. So this is the jackpot, the treasury balance, the total wins. Here are the winners right here. Everybody in their points that they're winning right now. Primes found in the last, or primes are being found 22 every minute. And then the X1 slots, my God. So it's like they're actually trying to teach you how X1 is working, which is so tight. But yeah, so what's happening here is, again, the slots are part of the primes. Because if you're the way you get a prime number is by your user ID locking in with a slot that's going to produce a prime number. And that's why it's one of the most random games. I forget what we're doing here, but there's a experiment that's partaking. I forget what it's called though. But essentially, like, if I go to my activity log, I can see it right here. Like, my user number is 4677, right? And like all of this is together. It's trying to say, did I win? You did not produce a prime number. You did not produce a prime number, right? So it's just taking 10. It's mining away. You feel me? And what else you have is this battery up here. So this battery is what gets you more rewards. You technically have to wait 4 minutes for it to charge before you want to spin again, because you get less rewards when you're not at a full battery. But I'm learning some hacks right now, because again, I'm making this reference because when solXEN starts to get fucking attention, and then everyone moves to this new thing called Prime Miner, and you're like, oh, they just keep moving the goalpost. It's like, yo, we was really talking about this shit, like how this is all perfect marketing for X1. because this won't really make sense on Solana at $100. It does, but it doesn't. I don't have a lot of Solana. What the fuck? You know, that means I have to go and buy Solana. Shit. Right? But in X1, when this is live on X1, I'm going to have XN coins. We playing the shit out of the Prime Miner. Telling y'all. Free game, though. So, I haven't even told you the true alpha here. That's just how it's going to work. Okay? People are going to mine. They're going to get points. They're going to risk the points so that they can win more points. When they win more points, right, from the risk was 8,000. I risked 8,000 points, and now I have 18,000 I've won. Right? So now what I can do is actually we could just go ahead and stop mining, and we can go over here and swap the points. Where does the swap points come from, crypto bruh? From the yield pool. Because we leaving the XSOL behind so we can mine to try to win the treasury. But then when there's no treasury, if the yield pool gets large enough, essentially, we can swap our points for yield. So now I can take it looks like I have 20,000. So we'll go ahead and swap 20,000 1 points for 0.1 XSOL. Right? And that is what I think is going to make this super duper different. This is really, really different right now. Yeah, it's one native for 1,000 points. But if you fucking mine and mine and mine and mine and mine and mine, and you just keep winning points, and you just let it rock, man, your day at the ticket booth might be like a year from now, but you gonna get a ticket booth day. That's for damn sure. Someday you're gonna be able to show up and be like, can I redeem my tickets today? Is today the day I redeem my tickets? Let's go ahead and start this site over so we can see the win points. What up, John James? My dude, going brazy. You know what it is. Now we're talking. This is some high level crypto shit, but this is the new shit coming out, man. This the real shit coming out right here. Because again, once solXEN is cracking and everybody understands it, y'all, I'm telling you, everybody's gonna get it. This is gonna go to zero. The AMP, everyone's gonna flock, and then out comes Prime Miner, and and it's just like, damn, wish I knew about that before. So we set that to 100. My vibe right now is 120. Think of it as like I'm going to hit the slots and I'm going to put it on repeat. So after I win a prime, it's going to wait 120 seconds so it can repeat the mine or repeat the slot process. And then what happens is that 120-second wait allows my battery to refill. So now my battery can refill a little bit, and now I can really go on autopilot and just let it win points. So let's go ahead and start mining. I might have to diss it. When I dip, we dip, you dip. All right. So you see right here, I spent 100 points. All right. We going up right now. Voila. So on my first exchange, I spent 190 points and I got back 531 points. As you can see, this also went up 530 points, so that my point balance, this I can't touch. So you'll always see this point balance, but that's just for you to play the slots in a sense, or prime mine. Your 1 points I just got, those get dropped into this bucket from the total points. Right? Isn't that what it is? Yeah, it comes from the total points. So then that way it's like this like infinite circle of like points in the system, and like no one can break the point system. So It's like you could then take these points and swap them for yield. It's just so wild, man. Like, ugh. It's a treasury game, to be honest. But yeah, this is gonna see the batteries. It went to negative. Now this is counting down. You see the battery just went up to orange. What up, Nomad? What up, Crypto Jake? Yeah, man. Smash the like button. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We've been streaming for about an hour now. And I've already put it all together. So it's up to you now. You know what I mean? Go out, mine some XENblocks. Well, I guess I haven't talked about XEN in... But XEN ain't going to do nothing right now. solXEN might actually do something. Here, I'll share the chart with the chat since you're here. If you want to go check out solXEN, because it's kind of hard to find. But yeah, again, I think solXEN has the op. It's actually more expensive than regular XEN or EVM XEN already. Less supply and more expensive. You know, and it doesn't have a lot of the moon boys from Ethereum because a lot of them didn't come to Solana. So it's like CBZN all over again, where you have a ton of people who are down for the XEN or down for the cause, and now they're the ones that are gonna essentially be the bottom because there wasn't a bunch of noise around it, as Og would say. There's no noise. It's very clear what's going on over here. CBZN still doing its thing. It's cool to watch. I see they're testing it though. We got these testers. Let's see them. Let me see them. Let me see them. Let me see them. Someone's buying up the whole supply though. I see this dude E6E3C. I'm not like pocket watching these people. I'm just like seeing where they are. Damn, this person's sometimes up here. So like in CBZN right now, that's why everyone's fighting for trillions. The top is fighting for trillions, and this shit is cheap. This dude on the 931, bro, running away from us right now. Whoever that is, they're buying everything, but that's why it keeps pumping, because of this person. This account on CBZN, I don't know who it is. I hope it's a good guy. But yo, all they've done is buy it, and they're the reason for the pump. So you're selling to this person, whoever you are selling right now. You're just giving it to this person, and I've been watching them absorb the liquidity pool. And I'm like, man, I really want to get in there with them, but I want to see people sell harder on this sell on this motherfucker, dog. Like, what are y'all doing? Sell on this motherfucker. They're literally saying, sell on me, please. Like thousands of dollars, a T. Then like this is like the hardest. This is the hardest amount it's in to get is a trillion of it. They know how to play the game. Right. Again, when we move back into the XEN talk, it's about hyperinflation. It's about abundance, because abundance is what creates random. Without a lot of it, you can't really have the flexibility, because you need to be more responsible with the smaller scarcity. Right. And that's the issue with crypto. And what used to be fun in crypto was that everything was abundant. It wasn't about scarcity. It wasn't about cloning Bitcoin to try to be scarce. It's about having a shit ton of coins. So someone else in CBZN world also understands the alpha, that they don't want to be caught slipping, not having trillions, and they got 11 of them bitches. Hodling. They could just destroy the chart. But that's why it's like, why would they do that? I'm sitting over here waiting for 11 trillion for $0. Like, this is an 8-year ride. That's why it's more likely that they would hodl it and then unload that like at higher prices. You know? And that's why, again, this might be the opportunity to get a trillion, because you might not be able to. Making it would cost you, again, like making a trillion XEN on CBZN right now is 16. I think it was $8,000. I might be tripping. That might be $1 billion. in a 24-hour period. That might just be a billion in 24. You need 100, or you need 999 billion days, or 999 days to make a trillion. That's a lot of 8,000s. That's why I'm like, yo, trillions gonna be so hard to get. Motherfuckers are gonna wait 400 days for a trillion XEN, dude. X1 is still coming. XEN is still very valuable. Happy Tuesday. Yes, sir. What's up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? Hell yeah, dude. XEN is very valuable. That's why it hasn't rugged yet, because no one's paying attention to it. And that's perfect. No one needs to pay attention to XEN, right? Just like how we don't need you to pay attention to how important it is to keep blocking. Ooh, 69. Like, if you're paying attention to how important it is to block, then we don't get the discount. And I'm literally saying that to you now because joke's on you for stopping mining. What the fuck? I'm climbing the ladder right now, I think, with my new account. 55 now. We hashing. We hashing, man. And I got a bunch of Zunies. Whew. Fun time. But yeah, man, that's all I really got. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. And then if you're studying XEN, don't study supply. You know, just play your own game and mint for yourself and pick a time in the future to exit. Maybe like 2029. And if that's too slow for you, if you can't wait till 2029, maybe tune in on solXEN, because again, there's 82 days left in the AMP. And then this is going to stop mining, and there'll be a lot of attention to this because of the prime miner, because of X1 being a fork of Solana. I don't want you to miss out on this. And then again, when we're looking at P.o.W, there's not a lot of coins like us, right? There's not many out there. Yeah, there's really not shit. Sorry. There's really not shit out there. Till next time. Peace.
Astronaut.